Howdy, I'm Grey Pilgrim. Let's see if this light will work. Yeah, there we go. Well, yesterday I took in a gun show. One good thing about a gun show is you can go to that thing, and it's like going to a museum. Only the difference is at a museum you actually get to shoot or buy. I mean, at a museum you can't buy the things on display. Gun show you can. I saw so many rolling blocks rifles and all kinds of things that I really, really would love, but my budget can't afford. One thing I did get, this is my 45 that I got the other day. It's a Springfield Armory, and it came with these god-awful looking little plain grips on it. And I happened to find the exact grips that fit this thing. I mean, they even say Springfield Armory on them. And these ones are thinner, they're checkered, and they just fit my hand perfectly. And it's just a sweet little pistol. This is I think an officer's model. It's one short of the usual number of rounds. Slightly smaller magazine, but it's kind of neat. That didn't cost too much. I think $30 or so. But then I saw something I couldn't pass up. A Mark IV Webley. Now this Mark IV Webley was developed and sent to the UK Army in 1922 because in World War I, the original British Army, the old contemptibles who were used to using a Webley or an Enfield in 455 Webley, they decided that the kick on it was just too much for young recruits to actually get used to, so they changed down to this 38 as a stopgap. It's not considered one of the most powerful guns in the world, but it's very reflective of the era from which it derives. And the way you load it are kind of interesting. You cock it. Yeah, I know, you got to cock it. Then you push this lever right here down, and it flips open. Then you can load it up with rounds. This thing shoots the British 38/200 cartridge. Well, I don't have any of those, though I just ordered some from Steinell's. But I found it will fit, or will accommodate, a 38 short. Oh, come now. Oh. Come on now. You be good and give that back. Give it back, Indian giver. Yeah. Anyway, it is unloaded, right? Right. Okay. And then flip that forward, and then fire. It is double action. There's a problem with the trigger here. I need to take it apart and clean it, because to go double action, you got to pull back really hard, and the trigger seems to stay in the rear position. So I've got to deal with that somehow. But it's a very distinctive looking revolver, and it's very, very British, and I love it. I mean, the other day I met a fellow YouTuber over at the gun show. He goes by the Czar's Tailor. He's a young guy, and he knows his what do you call it? He's a uniform maker, and he's excellent at it. He also has a Beaumont Adams pistol, which is to die for. But this is sort of descended from that Beaumont Adams. And, you know, in typical Webley fashion, these are hand-fitted by their master gunsmiths. So it looks very much like a British revolver. It says war finish on it, which means they didn't give it the high blue that the earlier ones had. They use a sort of a variant Parkerizing system on these things. But the grips are great. When cocked, the rear sights are a big V-notch, and it's really easy to get a sight picture on the thing. And anyway, I found one partial box that I had, a 38 Colt short. Now this is not the right caliber for this thing. This is a little too short for it, but they'll fit, they'll shoot. So I took it out and put one cylinder's worth in there, and we all each took a couple of shots with it, and it's just awesome. And it's got almost no kick at all. Does make a loud bang though, and my sister who lives next door, her dog went totally conniptions over it. But it works, and I'm happy to say I now have a British revolver in my collection, something I've missed all these years, and it is quite lovely, don't you think? I think it's even got a lanyard loop. You know. Oh, I got a holster with it too. It's not exactly the greatest holster, and it's not like the little khaki colored ones. I should have a this kind of holster and a pith helmet. Hang that off a Sam Brown belt of some kind, and then a red coat sort of or khaki probably. Just the best thing to go and attack in Gallipoli with, I suppose. But so in reality, I've got 2 new guns, sort of new here and new to me completely, and makes me happy. The gun show is still going on today, and I'd love to go to it, but my wallet would hate me badly if I went to that gun show. C'est la vie. Oh well. Happy trails.